And here we go. Welcome to the main event. These are your drivers as they qualified. Captain Risky and Keaton on the front row. Let's see what we get from this one as we count down to the green flag. Captain Risky looking to get an exceptional launch. Here we go. Let her rip, take the chip, and Spec One's on the money. And as you can see, I think that's Noodles, or Mint Matt rather, trying to split the field down the middle and do what we saw Turbo do from GTC2 last week, but he was cut off immediately. His route was covered, and Mint is falling through the field. 4th, 5th, he's gone wide. Mint Matt, he's gone all the way to 6th place, and he's lost a few positions very early on. He's now in behind XL, and that's Twitchy GT, the leader of this championship, getting ahead of him. It is so powerful up the front that any small mistake is just pounced on immediately, and we saw that happen with Mint Matt. But it's Keaton 2-3-1, leading from Captain Risky and Noodles, and Sid is up into 4th place now, and it's about the battle of the slipstream. We've seen it before, and we're going to see it again tonight. It is so powerful here. Oh my god, I've forgotten what buttons do what on my keyboard that I've been using for like 2 years. Big braking zone from Twitchy GT. Wow, I thought he was going to run up the back. He's going to have an accident. Mint Matt almost gets taken out in that one, and he's slowing down. They're going to be neck and neck, side by side as they rub panels together. There is now a second group of cars forming. Viper Z the leading of that one. It has not been Mint Matt's start that he would have hoped for. You can see that the gap is forming there between XL. Into the second chicane. They go through. Oh no, he's almost knocked sideways. He's got the fishtailing happening. He's controlled that one well. Very lucky for Mint Matt. But he's now down in dead last. Let's have a look what happened to him. This was coming in. Wow, there was a big moment with Ranger at the back. And as Mint Matt came through, oh, he got hit. He got hit as Twitchy tried to recover. And then Twitchy, Zed rather, was coming back at him immediately. Wow. These guys are trying to race so hard and fast together that a few mistakes have creeped in. Only little ones. But as you can see, it is extremely stacked, this field. So equally matched in capability and speed that it is going to be very, very difficult for the winner today to take the win. Keaton might make it look effortless at the moment, but I can rest assured he has worked hard to get where he's at, as Keaton is now leading this race. Still 4/10 the gap ahead of him and Captain Risky. Sid's still there in 3rd, but the big upsets would have been Twitchy and Mint Matt falling all the way back after a very early few incidences. So as we get the race up and running, the first lap almost complete. And I hope you guys have enjoyed that first lap, because I know we're in for a very, very special event tonight. Can Keaton 2-3-1 keep it clean? I'm not saying he can't, but mistakes, they might creep in. I don't think I've ever seen him do one. Maybe once, I think. XL there in 5th place. Looks like he's just got his own race plan at the moment, and he's sticking to it. I think Mint Matt is still down there in 11th, and they've got to be careful that they don't fall off that pack of cars, because we've seen what can happen when you start racing for positions very early on at Le Mans. This is Norm and Fella. They're going to be in the same boat. They need to work together now to catch back up to the main field of cars, get back within that slipstream range. Otherwise, they too will be left behind and eating everyone's dust. So let's see what he does here. This is Norm. What he needs to do is be bump drafting Fella here. And then they can start catching back up to Twitchy. So that's what they're doing. 12 laps. They got enough time. It's not going to be a lot of time. But remember, it's a big lap. Almost just over 3 minutes. Sorry, almost 4 minutes a lap. Let's say 3.5 on a good lap. A very good lap. So back up the front. Risky has caught back up to Keaton. This is what we were expecting to happen. And at the moment, they're just playing a very patient game, aren't they? They're not really going for spots. They're just trying to work together. Keep the pace high. Keep their racing lines clean. Make sure that they're there in it to win at the end and maybe make a move in the dying few stages of this race. So still too early on for them to be wanting to worry each other for track position, because as you can see, they're just doing a good job of staying together. Yes, you're right. Josh mentioning dirty air. These cars rely heavily on their aero, and it will be something that they're going to need to keep mindful of. We have seen how the guy ahead can carry more speed. We saw that with Sid and Captain Risky when that was happening as well. Here we go. There might be a move going on for Sid. Risky, side by side. Only had his front quarter panel up on Risky's back quarter. Wasn't enough to really dominate and dictate track position. So Risky maintains second. But as that happens, that aero might be pushing them a little bit further behind, because Keaton's starting to run away with it now. The gap up to 7/10. They can't let him run away. It's vital. They need to stay with him. You can see how close it is already. There's a move. So Sid just punched it through. Sid knows what's happening. And now look at this. This is where the aero's really starting to affect through those Porsche curves. Wow, look at that. Risky is now 1.7 seconds ahead of Risky here. Just through that set of corners alone. So Sid's done the right thing. He's just rocketed himself forward, and the gaps are starting to build now. This is XL. He's still got Zed and Twitchy behind him. Twitchy wants a good result tonight. He wants to continue with his good haul of points that he's got so far in this championship. He's not going to go and move on his teammate, is he? Cuts the corner slightly, but Zed with the inside as they come to the Dunlop Bridge. Again, they're side by side. Close racing between the two of them. Twitchy doesn't have the punch to just pull ahead. And Fella's watching everything happening. They're in 8th place. And XL, he might be watching it unfold in his rear vision mirror, and he'll be mindful of that, as he's starting to pull away as well. But they're back in the slipstream of each other. Here goes Twitchy. It's going to be pure speed and adrenaline down this Mulsanne straight. Fella as well, as they try to make it 3 wide. Fella has managed to get there. Zed's lost 2 spots. And as we come into the braking zone, who's going to come out ahead? These boys got to work together. Zed squeezes through. And Twitchy moves back another spot. Norm has now caught the pack. You can see just how big of a factor dirty air is just in those corners alone. Look at these guys. They're bouncing off each other's doors here. No love lost at all between them. Fella's caught XL. And there could be a move here. There is. Fella goes from 5th. He was in 8th position at the Dunlop Bridge. Where's he gone? Where did he go? He's fallen so far back. He's in 9th. I cursed him. Did he just not get the car pulled up? Oh, big swing from Fella. Did he rejoin okay? Oh, just almost caused a moment there with Zed. And Twitchy comes through as well at the same time. Wow, it's only lap 3 and things are starting to get intense. They always do. So high adrenaline for a Sunday evening. If you're there trying to wind down this evening, I am sorry. I have got the blood pumping tonight. What am I apologising for? This is what we come here to see. We come here to see some of the best in the region take on each other in a one-make series. Give each other an incredible amount of racing etiquette, racing room. And, yeah, just settle it on track. They're doing a great job of it. Zed back up into that commanding 6th spot that he wanted so badly. Excel has fallen off from Noodles in 4th. But the Selby boys were racing each other. Oh, I thought I saw somebody get their back end a little bit out. Oversteer maybe. We're on board with Norm. He's in the middle of this pack. That's Fella in behind. But yes, you're not wrong at all, Spec. The mid-pack racing here is on point. Imagine if we had a full grid too. We'd just run out of breath. Twitchy, GT. He's done what his namesake does. He got a little twitchy out of that. What's Norm going to do? He's going to help his competitor catch back up to Zed here. Is Twitchy letting him go? Back up to the bridge. A little bit more contained this time. Last lap it was wild. Keating getting up to Tetra Rouge. Sid's there in 2nd place. That move from Sid early on to get ahead of Risky, I think worked well because he's held it since and he's managed to keep these two guys actually in the race. So Sid, I think Captain Risky, he has some thanks to give Sid. Here we go. XL might be going for an overtake through the straight. He does. Risky just gets out of the way. Didn't want to fight it. So goes from a podium spot to 4th on the 4th lap. Can you believe it? We're a third of the way through this race already. Unbelievable. Well, thanks for watching tonight, guys. If you're enjoying what you're watching, don't forget to hit that like and leave a comment as well. That way the algorithm pushes us out to more and more sim racing fans because people need to see this racing. This is on point. Don't forget, we've got the Discords. We've got Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and the Twitter at Demo1G is our Twitter handle. Got a website, demo1garage.com. Don't forget, anyone that sends us tips tonight, you'll make it to the stream supporters on the podium graphic we post at the end of each race. So I still want to thank each and every one of you that have done that in the past. It means a hell of a lot. Here comes Twitchy GT. He is trying to block Zed. As Norm, I think she's going to let it happen. Mint Matt's coming back into the fight now. That's him in 9th. So Mint Matt was lining this one up for a long ways back, wasn't he? His left Ranger in his dust. Fella was his next target. And the FIA GTC finalist is in 9th place in this race. But it's not going to be easy for him, is it? Because Fella's right back on him. So Twitchy ahead of Zed now. So these guys are swapping spots like it's going out of fashion. Zequens! I haven't seen you in a long time, brother. Welcome. Hello. It's good to make your acquaintance again, sir. Let's see what Twitchy can do. Can he pull something out of the bag, or the Selby boys going to work together? They need to work together. come on. This is where the aero's going to upset them. And look at it. It's already working on Zed. He is struggling to keep the pace with him. He had to lift a little bit then. A little bit wide. Look at the pace that Twitchy was able to just fly through those corners with. Zed at a disadvantage. Norm's right on the tail. Mint-Matt's gone in for his mandatory stop. So he's gone early. Keaton is still leading. And he's got a 1.5 second lead on his closest competitor, Sid. So when will we see these guys pit? That is the next question. Are they still updating that game? What is the Crew 2 like these days, right? I really didn't get into it because I was expecting more of what the Crew 1 was like. The original Crew was so good. But how is the Crew 2, what, a couple of years into it? Let me know. This is Sid. This is Noodles. Top 3. I'll remind you of the overall positions in the championship. Now down on the bottom of your screen. If you don't see a name there, that's just because of the fluid nature of these divisions. I think XL's had an accident. Look, he's going so slow onto that Mulsanne straight. He's lost a spot. He's held 5th ever since the beginning of this race. Let's see what happened. XL was leading. He's come in a little bit hot. Oh, and he's made contact with that wall. That has hurt XL big time tonight. He'll be kicking himself for that. That was all on his own. So XL now down in 6th place and he's really put Twitchy GT in a formidable position. So what is the new update? What is the new update, Sequence? What's it called? Do you know the title? As Twitchy GT holds 5th. We go back to the front, and that gap, Keaton has just extended it. The man is on fire. The chase. Fair enough. I wonder, what do you know what they're bringing? I'll have to have a look at what they're actually adding to the game. Well, we've got the chase happening here. Twitchy GT starts the field, the chase field. Then it is XLXY, and then we've got a little bit of a battle here. Zed falling down the order, not where he wants to be. Norm doing his ever best to get ahead of him. But it is so competitive. You're not really going to make a move through these Porsche curves. Norm just needs to bide his time here. He's definitely got the pace. He's put the pressure on. And we've got a few of the other guys coming in. Fella went in. No, Zed! Not what he needed at all. Oh no. It has gone from bad to worse for Zed. And he's going to lose so much momentum, so much time. Let's have a look. Have a listen. Oh, he didn't want to hit that sausage curve, did he? I think he was carrying a lot of speed. Oh, Zed. He was very lucky. You're right, Josh. It could have been a lot worse. Have a look. This sausage curve. Yeah, he just wanted to try avoid it. But he got out of the gravel trap pretty quickly, so he mitigated what time he would have lost. But you can see already 2 seconds between him and Norm, and they were on each other's bumpers before. That's going to be so disheartening. So we go back down the order. Matt's in 9th. Remember, he's entered the pit lane. We've seen Fella enter as well, and I imagine Rager has done the same. So the rest of the guys, they still need to take their mandatory pit stop. And Keaton leading. His lead has shrunk to 1.7 seconds though. Sid is really putting it on. Wow, the C8 and the M8. It's just a pity. I don't mind the drifting in the Crew 2. Like for a bit of fun, it's actually pretty good. I don't know. I might have to go and revisit the Crew 2 when I get a chance. What I am playing at the moment, though, is Destiny 2. I play a lot of Overwatch, and obviously Race Room and Assetto Corsa Competizione. They're my go-tos at the moment. And also Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I need to finish that game. But yeah, if you were watching my impromptu Twitch the other night, like I said, if you do have a Twitch and you love sim racing and you want to see it analysed more, I'm going to be trying to do that on Twitch. So make sure you follow me at twitch.tv/Demo1Garage. If you can't, those clips, the good stuff, will be going onto YouTube, Facebook later on. But if you want to be there live, it's going to be on Twitch. We're experimenting with something. We're going to be doing a lot more analysis, looking at what's been going on in the sim racing community more often. And we're going to try to do it live, so that's where you need to be. Yeah, Forza Horizons 4, of all the Forzas, is one of my go-tos when I'm bored as well, actually. So this race, we are halfway, and Keaton, he's gained about 2/10 this lap. Is he going to go into the pits? He doesn't need to. Will he? No. What's Sid going to do? Oh, Sid's gone for he's bitten the bullet. All right. Noodles is... I think Noodles needed to go. Captain's gone in. I think that was a good call. Twitchy should have gone. XL and Norm have gone in. Great calls from those two. Zed's in. That's what he needed to do as well. So Matt went early. Is the overcut going to work for him here? We've seen it work with tyre strategy in play, but there is none of that tonight. It's just a mandatory stop. So as Matt comes to the start-finish line, is he going to get some positions here? Let's see. It's going to be really close. I think he gained... He's gained time. He's definitely gained time. Because look at that, XL and Norm now. They're in striking range. Zed losing a spot there. Alrighty, so this race has really, really opened up now with the strategy in play. I didn't think Motorsport 7 was that bad, but there you go. There you go. Twitchy GT in 3rd. These guys are going to lose their spots, obviously, because of the strategy in play. Sid's down there in 4th place. Captain Risky. And XL with, I think Matt's amongst them now. It is. Look how close this is. They were so close and tightly packed formation. You couldn't even see the other two drivers, but they were there. And Matt is looking to shoot himself around the outside. They lost a bit of time there because of aero affecting the cornering. So Josh was right early on, saying that it will play a factor. It's definitely played a factor tonight. XL! Again! Big moment for him. He missed his apex slightly, and on the power a little bit too aggressively. He almost lost the back end, but he's recovered it quickly. And here we go. We're going to be 3 wide now. Coming up to Indianapolis. Mint Matt's got the spot. He got 2 spots, actually. And XL drops back. And Norm is now in 8th. So Mint Matt has had a fantastic second half of this race. His start wasn't as spectacular as he would have hoped, but he's been nailing this second half. He's kept his chin high. He's put the work in, and he could be in the top 5 before the end of this race. Don't you dare count out Mint Matt. So this is how things went. Look at this. This was insane. They were 3 wide. Norm was off track, just blowing dust everywhere. But as they hit the brake zone, it was Mint Matt's spot to take. So Noodle and Keaton are in. Keaton comes out ahead of Sid. Oh, Keaton's got a massive gap. How has he done that? Noodles is 3rd. Twitchy is coming out in 4th. Risky might get him here. Risky and Twitchy. Oh, look at that. He squeezes it through. Beautifully done before the Dunlop Bridge. And Twitchy GT now has more work to do that he wasn't expecting to do before. XL coming back at Mint Matt as we hit the S's up just before Tetra Rouge. And now they're going to be slipstreaming again. Here on lap 8, we are over halfway. We're 2/3 of the way through this one. Here we go. There's some position changes ahead of them. And they're bump drafting at the moment. XL's pushing Mint Matt along. At such different spots on the track there. You can see the cars just pull up. Go back to this one. Is Twitchy letting him go? Let's see. Nope, bump drafting here. So the crew 2 play for fun or try hard the game as much as you can to be able to compete. Yeah, I think I'd go the fun option in that game. So they get through that part of the track well into the second chicane. We need to look at some telemetry here, I think. So he's on the soft tyre, and there's his fuel. That's Sid's fuel. That's Noodles' fuel. Twitch's fuel. I don't know how he's gained so much time there. That was a massive, massive gain for Keaton. It was a couple of seconds, and he just threw a pit stop alone. He made like 12 seconds. Alrighty, the racing is close. This is the first group of close. The duel between Risky and Twitchy. And then it's Mint Matt, XL and Norm. And Zed's trying his mightiest to catch up back up to them. Because we know just how crucial that slipstream advantage is here at this Circuit de la Sarthe at Le Mans. And we've all heard the FIA championships are back up and running on GT Sport, so good luck to anyone out there that is competing. Oh, Keaton didn't pit, that's why. I thought he did go in. Okay, was it the right call? That explains it a bit. Here we go. He does maintain the lead. I think he's gained a bit of time still. Look at that. He's still gained time. He gained like 5 seconds. That's still a huge amount of time to gain just through a pit stop alone. So, yeah, the undercut didn't work. The overcut proved more crucial for Keaton at this point in the race. So while Sid hasn't really been able to shake Noodles, Keaton has shaken second and third place. As we're on lap 9 of 12, it's going to have to be a monumental mistake from Keaton to lose it from this place. Keaton at the moment is 10th in the championship. Here we go with Twitchy GT. He's pushing Risky along. Matt still holding 6 there, we could see. They have managed to drop away from Norm slightly, so they'll be happy with that. It was the perfect pit stop. Guggen, perfect pit stop indeed. Here we go. We got some action happening. I thought Risky was going for it there, but yeah, didn't quite have the top end to hold out Twitchy. But welcome along. If you are just joining us, this is round 4 of the Race on Oz Sunday Night GT Sport. And it's so good to have you along. My name is Josh Dane. And welcome to some sim racing here on GT Sport. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this race, hit that like button. Leave a comment as well, so the algorithm lets people know that this was an exciting race. We've had some crazy stuff at the start here, and I know we're going to see a crazy finish. XL in 7th. XL was all the way at the front. He qualified from memory. It was up the front, I think. I think it was XL was at the front. You can't let Matt disappear from them. It's just starting to pull his own game here. And track position is going to be very, very important in the next coming few laps. Because if you're ahead when you go across that checkered flag, well, then you're ahead. Pubs. What is up, my man? What is up? I hope Victoria's treating you nicely. Now, Twitchy, captain. This is where Twitchy is going to get the advantage over Risky because of the aero imbalance. Guggen, thank you very much for becoming a follower. So good. So good. Have you joined the team? Don't forget, we've got the SFR GT Challenge GTC3 final tomorrow, also at LeMans. We have the ACC coming up this week with RaceOnOz, and we also have a new league starting on Tuesday night. I will let you know more about that later on. We've got plenty more racing to take you all the way up to Christmas. So make sure you've got your notifications on, guys and girls. If you love sim racing, you've found the right place. We don't just broadcast sim racing, we talk about it and analyze it and let you know what we think about what's happening. Mint Matt has done such a good job at this point that he's built that gap he needed. over these two, XL and Norm. They just are starting to lose time. And being lap 10, well, they're going to start racing each other, aren't they? Because it's going to stop becoming a race of catching the pack and start becoming a race of finishing as high as possible. But Norm at the moment, he's still sticking in there with the bump drafting. I thought you'd be enjoying your freedom. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it much more than I did. Because I didn't. I really didn't. XL there in 7th. Doesn't look like Norm. He's got the pace at the moment to get around him. Midmat's still within striking range, but like I said, we're getting so close to the pointy end of this race, they need to start thinking of getting ahead rather than working together. GT is still there with Captain Risky. This duel's been happening now for at least 3 or 4 laps. It's defined the second half of this race. What is Risky going to do? The man from Bruce Hale Racing is still bump drafting, so the guys here are still at least trying to catch 3rd place. Noodles is there in 3rd. He's also the championship leader. Keaton will get some good points out of this one tonight. He's currently 10th overall. But like I said, I don't think he's going to lose it from this point onwards. I think being a communicator at that training base, you just... I don't know what it's like now, because it'd actually be completely different to what it was like for me. Remember, I did this in 2009, so... 11 years ago. Far out, I'm old. I was GE 269. And yours was like 368 or something. I don't know. It's bloody insane. Now, Keaton, don't stress. They just ghost everyone at that last corner for some reason. The gap has maintained the 5-second distance, and you can see what that's like physically, because we saw Sid just coming through the last corners now. So the guys, it's getting busy. We're at the pointy end. We're on the penultimate lap, lap 11 or 12. This is where we're going to start to see some very, very aggressive driving to get ahead. Risky's going to be the first one to attempt it down the Mulsanne straight. Twitchy is ahead of him, and he's going to try and catapult him forward through these S's, through Tetra Rouge, and just disappear. It's going to be difficult, but he's given it a really good old go, isn't he? Look at that. Look at the gap he's already pulled here. Let's see what the slipstream's like, though, for Captain Risky. The gap is 0.5. It is dropping. So Captain is staying within reach because of the slipstream. But through those corners is where these cars suffer. Oh, he didn't quite do it. Because they're coming up to a braking point. And Mint Matt, down there in 6th, he's doing a fantastic job of holding that position. Looks like XL and Norm are still going to try and get there, but there's only 1 lap left after this. 3.86, there you go. Oh, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd definitely say it's different. Definitely. Twitchy GT did have a lead on Risky. And by the way, me and Pubs are talking about the Navy, because He's down there. He did his recruit school. Now he's getting his rate. His rated training. And then he'll get a nice little badge with his picture of whatever he's chosen to do. I've got a rate. I was a communicator. For those out there wondering. But yeah. And the numbers, 269386. General entry. They call that GE269. So I was the 269th intake. And Pubs was the 386th. So Twitchy GT. He's just done a great job of holding it on captain. They are catching third though. That car you can see just ahead of them. Not behind, just ahead is Noodles. I don't know if they're going to catch him with 2.5 seconds the gap, but you know what? If they had another lap, I would probably say they would. This is going to come down to the wire between 3rd, 4th and 5th. I've seen some crazy things happen here at Le Mans, and I really don't want to discount Twitchy or Risky taking 3rd, because it could happen. Anything could happen. Mint's there by himself. Excel's in 7th. Alright, so that's sorting itself out. So go back to the front, and we start the final lap here with Keaton leading on lap number 12. It's Sid there in 2nd. Then it is Noodles. Have a look where the other guys are behind. That's what 2.5 seconds looks like. And then it's Twitchy and Captain Risky. They're gonna be launching themselves at that rear bumper of Noodles if they can. They're gonna give it a good old try. Let's see what happens on this last lap. Oh, tight racing as usual, man. You're not wrong. RaceOnOz. Here we go. Twitchy GT. I don't know if they're going to catch them. The gap's open a little bit. Risky, though. He's going to have to go for something. He's going to have to go for something. Will it be into the braking zone of this first chicane? Oh, he's going to still try. They're still going for Noodles. Do they think they've got a shot at it? Do they really think they've got a shot at it? I think Risky thinks might as well have a dig. Here we go. Look how close they are now. We're on board with Risky. Yes, they are. Oh, they might still have a chance. It's going to be so tight, though. Like I said, if there were 13 laps, I'd be giving it to them. It's going to be close on this 12th lap. Let's have a look. It's 2.4 seconds. I don't know. It's not enough. I don't think it's enough. But you can see Noodles is now filling the frame when we watch both Twitchy and Risky race. So they are getting closer. 2.3. He's going to be so aware of what's happening behind him. 2.1, the interval. 2.2. That's what he needs to do. He needs to keep going up. This is edge of your seat racing if ever I've seen it. I've seen such close racing before, and this one might actually come down to the final corner. Here we go. These two, though, Twitchy and Risky. Risky's going to have to make a move at some point. Twitchy will know that. But I think Risky needs to make it now or never, because we're going to do those Porsche curves. That aero is just going to wash him away. This is getting really tense. And here it is, Risky. He's trying to stick in Twitchy's slipstream. He knows what's happening. He knows this is the moment he needs to make a move. Risky, he might go for it here. He's going to be side by side with Twitchy. That slipstream has catapulted him, maybe, side by side through the Porsche curves, under the Michelin banner. Twitchy comes out ahead. Just. Risky still there. He might have another go into the Ford. Chicane. Yes, there's nothing separating these two. Keaton takes the win. Twitchy. Oh, they're going to send it through these last few corners. Oh, he couldn't get on the power quick enough. And it'll be 4th for Twitchy, 5th for Risky. Matt takes 6th. It'll be XL in 7th place. Norm in 8th. Zed down in 9th. And Ranger there in 10th. And Fella has retired. He'll take 11th. But it was a win for Keaton. And Sid in 2nd place. It was an absolutely incredible race. Well, that will change things up in the championship order. I can't wait to see how it changes things up. But don't forget, join us tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's 12 o'clock if you're in New South Wales or Victoria. Because we have the final round of the SFR GT Challenge. An event will be posted up on YouTube, Facebook just after this race. So you can make sure you don't miss it. But thanks again to everyone that has come along tonight. Thanks to our new followers. Thanks to all the people that have hit like on the video. And don't forget to leave a comment as well. And let that algorithm know it was a good race. Well, as we wait to just double check the results. Quick reflection on that one. What a journey that race was. Twitchy GT and Captain Risky right down to the final lap. It was unlucky for Mint Matt. The start really upset his race, put him off his momentum, and he was playing catch up ever since. But he was dead last, and he come and fought back up into 6th. It was a really good effort. But as usual, Keaton surprising us all with the perfect pit stop, and he gained like 4 to 5 seconds in that pit stop alone. Sid did an incredible job as well. He's 2nd today, and he doesn't even feature on the overall Division 1 points. So we'll have to see where Sid ends up after this one. And well done as well to Noodles, the championship leader. He got 3rd. Don't forget as well, join our Discord. Don't forget Twitter at Demo1G. If you're on Instagram as well, we're there as well. And there's the results as they come on through. And there's your winner for today, Keaton 231. He started 2nd, finished 1st. There's your race results. Best lap, 3:49. Lap 12 from Keaton. Never says die. But that's it. That's it from me. I'll be back tomorrow with more. So I hope you join me for that if you can. But my name's been Josh Gain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to have a great weekend. Look after yourself. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next race, guys. Good night.